Okay, so now let's proceed ahead with the activity. You are given register and the memory. Okay, these corresponds to memory address, and each location is again 32 bits wide. Okay, so what you are supposed to be doing is executing this instruction. Write the code for this instruction, the RISC-V code, and fill up the contents. This is also similar to one of the question in your assignment. Okay, so I'm sharing the sheets. So I mentioned that the base address of A is stored in x22. x22 was left blank, but the base address is clearly written up here. A0 corresponds to the base address, which is 250. So you should be filling x22 with the value 250. Okay, now we need to write the instruction to load the data, which is A3. Okay, so A3 is placed at base address 250 plus the offset value, which is 12. So when these two values are added together, it will make the effective address, which is equivalent to 262. Okay, and the value stored is 20. So this value 20 will be read from memory and will be stored in x9, which is, so x9 register will be updated with the value 20. Okay, next we need to perform, we already have the value of h, which is stored in x21, which is 50. So 50 plus the contents of x9, which is 20, we need to perform these addition and store the results in x18, which is 70. Next we need to store the results, save the results or store the results back to this memory location A13. Okay, so in order to store the data from registers to memory, we use the store instruction, store word. So SW itself, it is saying that we are storing a word. Similarly, LW corresponds to load word. You are actually reading the entire word. Okay, so SW, now in SW, do not get confused with the convention here. This still corresponds to the source register. Okay, so x18 is the place where we want to read the data from, which is 70, and go to memory at location x22, which is 250 plus 52, and store the value here. Okay, any question? Yes.
Could you clarify the 250 and x22 register? Like, I'm not sure how you do that.
So what did I say? Base address of A in x22. Okay, so base address was not specified in this diagram, but it was shown in the memory here. So where is A starting from? A0 is starting from, what is the memory address? 250, okay, which corresponds to the base address of A. Okay, so this value must have been stored in this register. In future question, I may not specify the base address. I can specify that maybe the base address might have not been specified here, but I will tell you that the base address is stored in x22, for example. Then you have to go in x22 and read the value. Whatever the value is stored in x22 corresponds to the base address. Okay? Okay. Any other question? All right, so let's proceed ahead.